What is going on, guys? In today's video I will show you the best weapons tier list in Mafia the Old Country. With over 25 different weapons in the game, finding the best one can cost you a lot. So I've played and tested every single weapon, and here they are ranked from worst to best. This list is based on DPS, performance, reliability, and of course how satisfying they are to use. Also, if you're interested in buying other PC or console games with 50 or 70% discount, then check out Instant Gaming. For example, I want to buy Elden Ring, so we just click on Add to Cart, then click Pay, then input our details and pay. After payment is complete, we will receive activation key, then copy and paste the key in, and it's that simple. So what are you waiting for? Click my link description and check out Instant Gaming for yourself. So first up in the C tier we have Cacciatore. On paper it's got a name that makes you feel like you're about to go hunting big game, but the reality is far less glamorous. This rifle is your entry level long gun. It's got a certain old school charm and a nice heft, and even a satisfying crack when you fire it, but the charm fades quickly when you realize just how painfully slow it reloads. Every time you stop to chamber the next round, it feels like you're stuck in a slow motion. Against unarmored thugs at short to medium range, it can get the job done, but when things get more serious, you'll wish that you brought something with a bit more urgency. Next in the C tier we have Draguni, which is a knife that certainly looks like it belongs in the hands of someone serious. It got an imitating profile and enough of weight, which makes you think like it delivers devastating strikes, but the reality is that the swing speed is decent at best, and getting close enough to land a blow often will mean eating damage yourself. Sure, if you sneak up on someone, it can end things quietly and quickly, but in a shadow brawl, it does not quite keep up with the better melee options. Then Guerreri is up next, and it is the very definition of average. This knife is light, quick in the hand-to-hand action, and lets you get in rapid slashes, but the stopping power is underwhelming. You can land a clean hit and still watch your target come prowling towards you, which is never a good sign in a game where a fraction of a second can decide the outcome. It's better than nothing, but you will want to swap it out as soon as possible. And lastly for the C tier we have Paladinu. Now this one at least feels good to hold, as it's balanced, well crafted and almost elegant in design, but unfortunately performance matters more than looks. Its follow-up strikes are sluggish, which makes it hard to chain attacks efficiently, and the lag can cost you dearly. In very tight spaces you can make it work, but once you try something faster or more lethal, you will understand exactly why it is in the bottom tier. Then next we've come to the B tier, and here we got Pump Action Shotgun, which is exactly what you expect. Terrifying in close quarters, an absolute nightmare for anyone who turns a corner into the line of sight. The sound alone is enough to make enemies hesitate, but then step aside of those close range situations, and its effectiveness drops sharply. Beyond a few meters, it starts to feel like you're throwing a gravel at your target. Still, in close half-phase or during surprise attacks, it's unmatched in satisfaction. Then next we got Bodeo, which is a revolver that got a fun personality. It's heavy, loud and kicks like a mule, with a satisfying punch every time you fire. The downside is its old school reloading method. It's that kind of a reload where you have time to think about the life's big questions before you're back into the fight. It's fun for role-playing, but very risky in harder fights. Then next up we have Colossu, which is a heavy combat knife that lives up to its name in size and intimidation factor. This thing can drop an enemy in 1 or 2 good strikes, but you'll pay for that damage with a slower handling. Every swing feels like commitment, and if you miss, you might not get another chance before taking a hit. Still, when it connects, it's brutal enough to justify its place in the B tier. Then next we got Forzuni, which is the definition of reliability. It's a blade that doesn't excel at any one thing, but also does not let you down. Quick enough for close quarter scraps, versatile enough for different situations, and easy to handle. It's not going to make you feel invincible, but you'll never feel unarmed with it either. Then next we have Scannaturi speciale, which is one of the more interesting knives in this tier. It's specialized for handling, quick to draw, smooth to control, and great for rapid engagements where speed matters more than the raw power. Against lightly armored enemies it's fantastic, but once you face tougher enemies it starts to feel underpowered. Then next we have Viper, which is a pure style in a blade form. It's small, concealable, and perfect for stealth kills, or handling business behind closed doors. It's not going to win you prolonged fights, thanks to its lower damage and a shorter reach, but when you want stealth then it's perfect. And now rounding out the B tier we have Lupu. This hunting style knife has a longer reach than the most melee weapons in its class, which makes it handy for keeping targets just far enough away. It's accurate and effective on unarmed targets, but against anything tougher it starts to struggle. Then next we got A tier, and for the first one we will place the Reaper, which is a true classic. He's lever action, smooth and fast to keep you in a fight without constantly reloading. It's accurate and works well in both urban skirmishes and the rural shoutouts. There's a certain satisfaction in cycling the lever and firing again without missing a beat, so definitely recommended. Then next we have Carcano, which is the long-range master. If you like taking enemies out from a distance and watching chaos unfold before they even know where you are, then this is your best friend. Yes, the bolt action reload is slower, but when each shot lands like a hammer, you won't mind. Then next we have Modello C96, which is one of my most personal favorites. It's a weapon ahead of its time. It looks unique, handles well, and offers a surprisingly high fire rate. In mid to range fights, it can suppress enemies and give you the upper hand. It feels like you're holding a piece of history that still means business. Then next we have Arragiatu, which is a blade that feels downright aggressive. It's quick, relentless and perfect for keeping enemies on defense. It burns through your stamina if you're not careful, but the pressure it applies is worth it when you need to dominate close combat. Then next up we have Eternu, which is everything you want in a dependable blade. So it's balanced, durable and accurate no matter if you're slashing or thrusting. It's that kind of a weapon when you get attached to it and never want to swap out. And finally, in the A tier we got Imperituri. This is the biggest bruiser of melee weapons. It's heavy, intimidating and devastating in the right player hands. It's not the most agile, but if you're holding your ground or setting up an ambush, then nothing can get through it easily. And now finally, we've come to the S tier, and for the first weapon we have Precision. This is exactly what the name suggests. Pinpoint accuracy, devastatingly powerful and satisfying with every shot. It's that kind of a gun that makes you feel like a professional hitman, and in a game like this, that's a hard feeling to beat. Then next we have Vendetti, which is both stylish and deadly. It's quick, versatile and perfect for those cinematic moments when you step out of the shadows and take control of the fight. It works beautifully in both close and mid-range situations, making this one of the most reliable guns in the game. And then lastly we have Lupara. This is the ultimate shotgun with his two barrels of the pure destruction. At close range, it ends fights before even they begin. It's loud, messy and unapologetic. Sure, it's not subtle, but the DPS is definitely worth it. And here you have it. This is my weapon tier list for the Mafia, the old country. So let me know what you think about these guns in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, then you definitely don't want to miss my previous video, where I showed you the best Mafia mods, more tips and tricks and much more. So click the screen now and I'll see you in the next one.